Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we have some of the biggest news out there we could possibly go and do, where, well, and honestly, Microsoft seems like they're going all in on the PlayStation 5. We also have brand new updates too as well for the overall sales figures for all the consoles. I know a lot of you guys usually like to go and have a chance to see those. We're going to go touch on those, and as well, kind of give you guys the big glimpse of what's going to be happening in the future when it comes to Game Pass, and as well as also just the general games coming out, and as well, what might be also coming out for the PlayStation 5 too as well. So we have a lot of stuff that's kind of been breaking on down throughout these past few weeks. Mainly in the fact alone that, well, we've known these past few months more so that Xbox is probably going to be going and shipping a lot of their games over there to PlayStation, and potentially even day one titles. Or as well, maybe sometimes games that are coming out there like maybe like 6 months later or a year later or so. And either way, this is kind of a big deal. We've discussed this a lot. I'm sure everyone knows that Xbox at this point is kind of like just a brand rather than a console, which is fine. You know, that is fine. At this point, you'd probably still say PlayStation is a console rather than a brand. There is branding to it with a PSVR or Portals or whatever, but I'm sure most people would agree, for at least for the Sony subsidiary, PlayStation is a console. And while Xbox themselves is now trying to get to Microsoft gaming, and ever since they kind of flipped it off the hood, well, realistically, it's not really a console anymore. It still is, but you know what I mean. Metaphorically, it's now just more of a publisher trying their best to go and sell things, have their Game Pass, whatever. And that's where a lot of big intriguing things are happening. And of course, as we kind of dive on this one, make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on. Leave a like and your thoughts and comments down below. We're doing about maybe like one video a day as of this current second. We will have a few days off too as well. We'll have an update video in the next few days, so make sure you guys are subscribed, notifications on for that one. But I'll just let you guys all know we're almost in like a pseudo break right now, so I'm trying to get a lot more, multiple stories in one video so I don't miss too much. But anyway, Microsoft right now may be bringing all of their big games to the PlayStation 5. Analyst says 2025, this year, could be the year that Microsoft goes all in on its multi-platform strategy. A video game analyst has now confirmed, or at least has confirmed their thoughts, I guess, for lack of better terms. And a lot of people already kind of know. We saw Indiana Jones, and Indiana Jones has had the confirmation of it coming to PlayStation. Even on the marketing itself and reveal, it did have the PlayStation logos on. That was a big deal when it happened, and I think a lot of you guys have seen from their, Sea of Thieves and other various games, it's done phenomenal. Obviously, Call of Duty also is a day one title on Steam, on PlayStation, on Xbox, and of course on Game Pass as of the second. But the kind of the bigger deal is that it really just kind of seems like Xbox is giving up. It seems like PlayStation has won. It seems like they won the console war, but Microsoft has that big daddy, like hosting, AI, Windows, whatever, money. And of course, if any game ends up on Steam in the Windows Store, they're making money. They're having people using on Windows, and of course, they're making money from either, I don't know, data harvesting or whatever it might go and be. But anyway, so according to a veteran video game industry analyst of 2025, could be the year that Microsoft goes all in on bringing its Xbox games to other platforms, including PlayStation 5. Microsoft, of course, has already begun to launch some games on rival platforms, but Serkan Toto of Catan Games believes Microsoft will lean further into that this year. Toto told GI Biz that Microsoft may opt to do this for a variety of reasons, including helping to pay for its massive buyout of Activision Blizzard and the huge lead of PlayStation in the market. Basically saying, right now, Activision is probably costly. Xbox is costly. You have games like Redfall that completely flop, is also costly. I mean, PlayStation has the same things with, like, Concord, but at the end of the day, like, you spend $70 billion, you will make money back from that from Call of Duty, but as well, you kind of want to make more, because you also have more expenses, more employees, and of course, as well, if a game flops. I'll say like Overwatch 2 with Marvel Rivals kind of coming out so big right now, yeah, that can kind of lead to some pretty big issues nonetheless. But so they kind of want to like sell stuff. They want to have PlayStation still selling these games. They want to make money from Indiana Jones. And I'll be honest with you guys, this might be a hot take. Based on the current sales numbers of Indiana Jones, I don't really think it probably made money. I'm going to go see if I can try to find the Indiana Jones Steam. I just want to go and see if we try to go and find like the Steam charts for it. Overall, I'm going to go see Steam charts because I haven't really seen, too good a thing so far. Now, obviously, some people have been buying this game. This is anyone who actually bought the game for the $60 or whatever price it might be. I played it on Game Pass myself. But yeah, all-time peak was at 88,000. Still decent. That's not horrible, it's not horrible. But if you look at their owner estimations over here, it's a little bit on the lower end. Maybe around the 100 to 250,000, which is still good money. But don't forget, you also have Steam taking a cut. You also have people who might refund the game. And at the same exact time, like, this is a very expensive game. Game Pass also did go bring some numbers too as well. But like, this is kind of why we just want to put the game always on PC and always on Steam or PlayStation, because these games are getting costly. I also would want to make a proper video. If you guys would want one, let me know, or subscribe or whatever. But I would love to almost have to do like a little bit of a video doc on why the game industry is having so many issues. Now, it's kind of like a pretty staple idea that the games has caused a lot of money. So we're even kind of seeing over here from articles themselves too, basically saying, hey, like, look at this. Like, this is the big deal. Like, these games are going to cost a lot of money. We have to make this money back. It's really costly, let alone just having these employees and making new games and everything else too as well. So basically, there's a huge lead too as well with Sony having like pretty much around double the amount of consoles. So it's kind of like, I don't know, you just kind of know you lost. And it's not like a big deal. Like, I'm not a big console war guy. Some YouTubers will be like, oh my god, Xbox, why? I don't know, it's not a big deal at the end of the day. As long as you can have games you can play, Microsoft's gonna make money, Xbox is making money, Switch is making money, PlayStation's making money, but they didn't lose. Like, just like the reality of it, they did end up losing. But does it matter? Not really. But anyway, the big ideas over here is that they will most likely be bringing these games to PlayStation 5 early. Now, I'm surprised saying around 6 months to a year, and maybe certain games on launch, depending on the game. Like Call of Duty, makes sense. Do it on launch. It's the standard. People will be upset. You're making money either way. But I can kind of see certain games to kind of push Game Pass, as we've been doing, such as Indiana Jones, kind of just being consistent. Like, I think this is the new industry standard at the end of the day. So in early 2024, Microsoft surprised some people by announcing some of its first-party games will launch on other platforms, including Sea of Thieves, Grounded, Hi-Fi Rush, and Pendant. Even though before this, though, Microsoft was already one of the biggest publishers on PlayStation and Switch, thanks to the juggernaut Minecraft series. Call of Duty is now a Microsoft franchise too, and Microsoft can choose to release the game on PlayStation platforms. Did you also see the news that Notch actually want to have a spiritual successor of Minecraft 2? But basically, people are just basically saying we want to have increased margins on all divisions, including Xbox. Basically saying that they are not able to go and lose money. That's like probably the biggest thing actually of all this type of stuff for this video, is they're not able to lose money. They need to make money back. Microsoft is saying we want to go and become profitable. It's like how Amazon right now is kind of becoming sucky because they want to make money. They want to turn a profit. They have a monopoly at this point roughly, so they just want to go make money either way. So it does kind of seem like they will be going, and they will be looking to release more games, saying Microsoft might look to release even more of its first-party games on PlayStation to help increase revenue. There is said to be an internal plan within Microsoft called Latitude that is focused on formulating plans to bring more first-party games to the rival systems, aka the PlayStation 5. So we had the testing stage, which went well, Sea of Thieves, etc. Now that we had this like Indiana Jones test, which we're kind of in the mix, like we're in the middle awkward ground right now, to see like Gears of War, Halo, these are other big games, Fable, etc., where they might even maybe have like a time exclusivity for Game Pass, because they still want to push Game Pass regardless if they're making a lot of money on that, or ideally they want to. And then at the next level, probably even more bigger things, or kind of keeping the means, whereas like PlayStation. But it kind of makes sense though, because right now we're seeing PlayStation sales jumped over 2 million. Where the European hardware estimates are usually a good rough example of what they'd be in America. So the PlayStation 5 was the best-selling console in Europe, with 2.1 million units sold for November. That's insane. According to VG Shard's estimates, the PlayStation 5 has now sold an estimated 23.4 million units lifetime in Europe, and as I'm sure you guys know, Q4 is a big deal for sales. The Switch sold an estimated 500,000 units, which has definitely been going down quite a bit, although we do have the Switch 2 news and leaks. If you guys have seen that, if you guys have enjoyed. Around about 37 million units, and the Xbox Series X and S sold 120,000 units, which is horrible. But this is kind of a big reason why. Like, you can kind of see, like, over here, Xbox Series X and S, I mean, 8.28 is a huge product nonetheless, but Microsoft's the biggest company in the entire planet, and you're losing out to two different companies, like, especially in Europe, which is a huge market, bro. Like, it's just, that's bad to see. It's still good, like, retrospect, but I'm sure comparing like 8 million to 23 million, which would basically launch at the same exact time, it is a failure nonetheless. Either way, the PlayStation 4 still been around too. So PS4 sales compared to the same month for the PS4 in 2017 are actually up over 1 million units. Maybe due to the PlayStation sale, which makes sense, it's been on sale for a while. While the Xbox Series X and S compared to the same month on Xbox are actually down around 230,000 units as well. So it kind of just goes to show of like why, once again, Xbox is wanting to push us on every platform. Like these next big steps and big leaps are kind of seeming like this is a big game change. That they're just trying to go bring it all back all around. So it's very intriguing to go and see. And of course, last but not least, there has been a lot of Game Pass games too as well. So we're gonna have to see which one of these will be coming, because some of these are not Xbox exclusives over here. But we have games like Eternal Strands, Sniper Elite, And also Avowed, which I do believe is an Xbox. That is an Xbox title right there. So I'll be curious and see on how long it takes for Avowed to show up on PlayStation. I believe also Anifall might be too as well. There's also a few other ones too, such as Fable. I would really like to play Fable. We'll see if that's gonna be like a 6-month thing, a 1-year thing, or even a day one thing, especially if this brand new thing is all being changed around. Subnautica 2, Outer Worlds, etc. These will be very intriguing games to see and how they're gonna launch up on PlayStation. This is third party, will be fine. I think Outer Worlds is technically Bethesda, so if this comes out to PlayStation day one, will be insane. There's a few other little indie games too, and there's gonna be a lot more probably announced. Like, I'm sure if they have like a cool Halo, they're not gonna do Halo this year, but for reference, like a cool Halo or the various game, like I'm sure we'll have some more information later on this year or throughout the year, because the year did just go and start. But nonetheless, like, these are some pretty cool games that I'm looking forward to, and I do think that long term they are going to be bringing more games. Also, Doom 2 as well. Like, I'd be curious if Doom and Fable or even Outer Worlds all end up on PlayStation, because they will go and move Game Pass sales, yes, but without a doubt they would probably make a lot more money from the pure $60 or $70 price tags on the PlayStation side. And of course, with Indiana Jones, we'd have to see in how many people are buying the game, care about the game, talk about the game when it comes out, because it does still seem like Steam is a little bit on the iffy side when it comes to their numbers nonetheless. So we have some intriguing news where it does kind of seem like Xbox is kind of just becoming and melding with PlayStation. They're trying to be like, whatever, we're a publisher, we've talked about this a lot extensively, but it seems like even now, with even more leaks and information, it does seem like this is like the next big step, where even the big boys are coming out potentially day one or within the 6 months. We're gonna have to go and see, because I'm sure it's not confirmed or finalized yet, but it does, based on what I've seen in the gaming sphere, looks like it's leaning towards that way. So love to hear your thoughts and comments. This is good news, this is bad news, would love to know. We might have a few more extra bonus videos throughout the next few days on the channel, so be on the lookout for that. I do appreciate you all very much for watching over here in the first place. Subscribe if you guys are new. Like I said, we're still a little bit of a mini break as of right this second, so if you guys don't mind, I appreciate y'all for watching in the first place.